Do you want to scale your property business? I hope so, because that's what we're going to be talking about today. But if you've missed my first few episodes, then go and check them out and then come back here to the latest one. For those of us with larger portfolios, maybe a letting agency, or just have big goals and ambitions to grow the acquisitions or development side, then absolutely you need full systems, procedures and outsourcing. We cannot scale an already decent sized business to the next level on our own. I believe that. And while you're running an already successful business, you can't just add in an employed staff member and expect them to hit the ground running. And if you do bring in a staff member without good systems and procedures, mark my words, it will be painful for you in the future, especially when that staff member leaves. Why? Because you spent your time training them, putting your effort and knowledge into them so they can run that section of the business without you. And if they leave, they take all of that with them, and you have to start from scratch with the next person. That's why systems and procedures come before hiring and outsourcing. If you're listening to this episode, it's because you want to scale your property business. And I can absolutely give you tips on this, the templates and the training, but you have to want it. What do I mean by this? Well, if you have a mindset where you think you do a job best, you know the saying, no one will ever do it as good as I do, or if you want a job done right, do it yourself, that sort of thing. Or, if you think it will take too much time to train somebody, or you don't want to pay decent wages, then guess what? This isn't going to work for you. And a little side note, over the years, I have said the words, my business can't afford someone. Now, I absolutely could afford someone. I was just stuck in a mindset of save money and keep that as a buffer. But not spending the money on outsourcing actually stopped my business from growing. So before you say the words, my business can't afford someone, do your numbers, look at your goals, where you want the business to grow to and scale to, and then outsource. Look, if you're listening to me right now and your business is doing well, you're desperate to scale it as you can see the potential and the business can afford to outsource, then why are you not at that next level? Because you're focusing on doing all of the jobs in the business, because they do need doing, but they are low hourly rate activities. You should be working on the business. That's how you get it to the next level, buy more properties, etc. Systems, procedures and outsourcing can help you with this. It'll change your life. It changed mine. I have a portfolio of HMOs. I own a Cornish letting agency, host 2 network events, and there's no way that I could do that without having the systems, procedures, and outsourcing. I did try. When I moved to the country, I started a rent-to-rent business, which blew up for me in a really good way, and it was chaotic. I was running that to doing lease options, renovating properties with my partner. I didn't socialise, I just worked and brought in the money for purchasing. And at some point, I realised I was fat, unhealthy, working 6 days a week. The thought of taking a holiday stressed me out because I thought, what poop will hit the fan while I'm away? Do you know I've even experienced health problems that I ignored and kept working? I wasn't coping, I was burnt out, but I didn't stop to rest because I created these businesses that needed me in order to survive. But something had to change, and that's why I have the setup that I do. Is any of this sounding familiar to you? Do you work a lot in your business, but still not getting to the next level? Do you have a business that relies solely on you? Do you have a business that is not saleable because it needs you to do all of the jobs? That was me. But now I have a setup that allows me to work on the business, focus on building the pipeline, acquiring more assets, and time for me. I now go to the gym 4 days a week, and in the weekends I walk different Cornish trails and the coastal path. It's gorgeous. So, how to scale? Firstly, write a list of tasks that you could do with getting rid of ASAP. For me, that was getting rid of the phone. It would ring constantly and I was struggling to finish tasks because of it. Once I outsourced it, my productivity went up. Now, I didn't need to hire a staff member or virtual assistant for this. I found a really cool local call centre and they're fab, and you could do the same. Secondly, for the next lot of tasks that need to be done often, create procedures for them, then you can get a virtual assistant to do them. For me, that was dealing with new tenant inquiries on our available properties to let, sending out applications, carrying out referencing and credit checks, and then proceeding with move-in docs, etc. This has saved me a lot of time and my VA is fab at this. You could absolutely hire a staff member to do this, and I've done that in the past, and I now prefer a virtual assistant. I pay them for the exact role that they do, that's it. And then carry on writing lists of jobs that you do, then create procedures for them and outsource those. But I recommend having a deadline to have all of the jobs you do in the business systemized and outsourced. Say something like 6 months or whatever works for you, but just have a set target so you can keep on track. And of course, if you don't want to do this on your own, then don't worry, I'm here to help. I give loads of free tips and info on my social media, so connect with me there, absorb that info and implement it into your business. And I'll be doing weekly episodes here where I'll be providing you with more detailed content. And I'm launching a course where I'll take you from having no setup or very little to in 8 weeks having everything you need to be able to outsource. If that sounds like something you'd be interested in, then head on over to my Facebook group because that's where I'll be announcing the launch of the course. It's time for you to outsource the low hourly rate tasks in your business so you can focus on the high money making activities, scaling up your business. If you found this video useful, then please give it a thumbs up and feel free to leave a comment below so I can get to know you. New episode out next week, so be sure to subscribe so you can catch it as soon as it's released.